This is Lady B, and I'm bringing you the February episode from the Calendar Book of Natural Beauty by Virginia Castleton. This is a book about bringing out the natural beauty through the use of natural products that you can make at home, and it focuses on month by month what the individual challenges are for each time of year. So in February, it talks a lot about how dry your skin gets and how important it is to, says you must first cleanse the skin, then feed it, and finally protect it. And one of the ways it talks about doing that is through avoiding the use of harsh soaps and chemicals, and instead using oils to nourish your skin. And one of those is a cleansing oil, a cleansing cream, what we call a cold cream, that you can use to remove your makeup and clean your face at the end of the day, using natural oils instead of soaps and, as I said before, other chemicals. So I have used oil cleaning for a while whenever I remove my makeup, but I haven't been able to make any of the cold cream recipes I found, including in here, because of allergies. I'm always allergic to at least one of the ingredients. But after reading through the month and all the things it talks about, it inspired me to come up with my own recipe for a cold cream. So this is what that is. So my ingredients are pretty simple. I have 5 ingredients here. It is 3 tablespoons of an organic expeller pressed coconut oil. I have a tablespoon each of sweet almond oil, a avocado oil, and an extra virgin olive oil. Again, these are all expeller pressed where I can get them. And my last ingredient is a half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with melting the coconut oil, and I picked coconut oil as my base because it is solid at room temperature, so it will give my cream a little more structure to it. And I'm going to melt it over a heat on the stove. So what I have here is I have a small pot with just a little water in the bottom, and I'm going to put a canning ring in to provide a base. And in that canning ring, on top of that canning ring, I'm going to put my little container with the oil. And this will be very quick. I'm just going to bring the water up to a nice high temperature till it comes to a simmer, and then in the process of it heating the water, it will melt my coconut oil. And I don't need to get my coconut oil hot. I'm not trying to heat it, I'm just trying to gently melt it slowly. And I find this doesn't take very long at all. It's very similar to the process I use when I make my night cream. Which is a recipe from September, and we'll get there when we get to September. So there we go. It's just about melted already, and I've been watching the clock, and it is only been 2 minutes. And I had to turn the temperature down a little to medium once it came to a simmer, because I don't want a rolling boil, I only want a simmer. But even then, 2 minutes, and it's done. looks like water now. It's just clear. So I turn that off. And now all I have to do is add each one of these and beat them in. That was the almond oil. Let's make sure I get all of it. The almond oil, the avocado oil, and the olive oil. You'll notice each one is successfully different color, darker in color. It goes from completely clear to this nice yellow tint. Now, if I wanted to add a scent in this, this would be the point that I did that. I would add 10, 20 drops of some type of essential oil in order to scent it. And then I'll put in the last ingredient, which is the apple cider vinegar. Now this is your apple cider vinegar found with the mother, and it is, quality-wise, it's the best you can get. I'm just going to put that in, and because it's a liquid, it is not going to mix right away, because of course your oils and your liquids don't want to mix. But after about 2 hours, I'll be able to beat this and mix it in, and it should combine and stay in then. We'll find out in 2 hours. Hi. It is now the end of the day, and I'm getting ready for bed. I've brushed my hair and put it up. I sleep with it up like this, and I'm getting ready to clean my face and do all those things I do before going to bed. And I have here the finished product. Now, after 2 hours, it had cooled to room temperature. I could probably have checked at 1, but I moved it into the fridge at that point. And after another couple hours in the fridge, I beat it really well to make sure everything was incorporated, and it all stayed together. It does not stay at room temperature. It's gone very liquidy. You can see that. I've beat it again after pulling it out of the fridge just to make sure, and it had gone together, so that worked. But it will work better, I think, at this consistency for what I need. So I'm probably going to be keeping it in the fridge, which isn't a bad thing, because it means that the oils will stay fresher longer for however long I need them to. So if you have never cleaned with oil, it's a very simple process. You dip your fingers in your oil, and you just pat it over your skin. Anywhere you have makeup on, the rest of your skin, anywhere you would normally use as soap. Now do try to keep it out of your eyes. I just messed that up because there is just a little bit of vinegar in it. You don't want it in your eye itself. But just spread it on your skin. And it goes on very silky smooth. Now, I didn't put any scent in this. So it smells an awful lot like salad dressing because of that little bit of vinegar in it. And that's okay. It won't smell like anything once it's off my skin. But if you don't like that smell, put some essential oils in it. Now, there I go. And if you're not familiar with cleaning your skin with oil, you'd probably be horrified about this point. I've completely covered my face in it. But it will not be left there. The next part is I'm going to get hot water. And I have a cloth. Now, let me show you my bathroom here so you can see. I've got my sink here, and over here in the corner I have this stack of towels. Now those were white when I bought them originally. They're just those inexpensive washcloths that you can buy in packs of 10, and I use them and my husband uses him to clean our faces at night, and they work really well. And while I've had people go, what about the roughness of the fabric? And it is rough. They are cheap. But it's not a problem between the oil and the water. So I'm going to turn, oops, there we go. I'm going to turn the water on to hot, right here. And my water gets hot pretty quick on this location. And when it's hot, and we want it really hot, I mean, not hot enough you'll burn yourself, but you do want it really hot. And I'm going to get my cloth wet in that hot water. And when I've worn a lot of makeup, I don't wear a lot of makeup, if you couldn't tell. But there are days I do. And when I do wear a lot of makeup, I will do this twice. And the first time I will do a steam, what I call the steam method. Both methods, you get your cloth wet, you wring it out. With the steam method, you get a really hot cloth and you place it on the skin and you let that heat steam your skin. This is not actually hot enough to do that. Let me show you better. And what that heat and the moisture and the oil combined does is the oil is that it pulls the dirt out of your pores up with the oil into the oil, where you can then just wipe it away with your cloth. But I'm not doing the steam method. I don't need it right now. I haven't worn any foundation. I haven't really even been outside today, so I don't have dirt on my skin. So for this, I'm literally just going to wipe the oil off with a hot, damp cloth, and it will come right off. Now, if you have a really soft cloth, then you could always just splash hot water on your face and then wipe it off with a dry cloth. But I have actually found this to be the most effective. And it gets a little bit of buffing. It's between the water and the oil. It softens it. So even though this is a really inexpensive rough cloth normally, between the two, it softens it enough that all it does is just gently buff the surface of my skin. Take off any dead skin. And there we go. Well, it feels like I need to do a little more. Now, this particular oil, unlike a night cream, You can actually use it as a night cream, but unlike the night cream I normally use, you cannot leave it on your skin. You do have to eventually wash it off. You can use it as a night cream. You can use it during the day if you feel you really need a good moisturizing on your skin. It will get in, it will moisturize, but it does have to be rinsed off eventually. My night cream I use, I can just leave it on and it just soaks in, and by morning it's soaked in and it's gone. I can't do that with this. So if I used this as a night cream also, in the morning I would have to wash my face off again to get any remnants back off. And that's left my skin nice and coated and protected. And then to finish, I'm going to rinse my face with cold water and pat it dry, and then I'm going to put my night cream on. And you can see, not that I had a lot of makeup on, but you can see that it's gone. And yeah, here I am, unvarnished. And that's, unlike soap cleansers, this gets your skin completely clean. The oil method, it will get your skin completely clean, and it won't leave your skin dry like other methods. I don't always do this oil method. I find that on days when I don't use a lot of makeup and I don't go outside much, usually I don't actually have much to take off my skin. So I'll just wash my face in just hot water followed by a cold rinse, and it takes everything off, but it leaves my skin really dry. And then I have to use the night cream in order to re-moisturize. This oil treatment, if you do the steam, it will leave your skin just as dry as the straight water. It will get it that clean. And when I do the steam treatment, I'll usually follow it with a second one just like this, where I do the more gentle one just to get anything that was missed. But this doesn't leave my skin dry. It's nice and moist and feels really good. A lot more gentle. And that's the point. So our skin doesn't dry out in the winter. Considering where I live, it might be a good idea to do this in the summer too. But that's everything. So homemade cold cream for cleaning, and soap, oil-based soap for cleaning. Well, not really a soap technically, but oil-based cleaner for your skin for nighttime cleaning. This is Lady B signing out. Until next time. Goodbye.